Ever turn on your AC and wonder why it feels more like a hairdryer than an icebox? Mechanics love to scare you with a $300 bill, but here's the secret. Most weak AC issues come down to dirt cheap fixes you can do yourself. We're talking about $10 tricks that turn your ride from sauna to snowstorm. And trust me, some of these are hacks mechanics would rather you never figure out. So stick around, because by the end, your AC will blow colder than brand new. Hack number 10. Check weather stripping and door seals. If your AC feels weak, don't rush to blame the compressor. Sometimes the real villain is the leaks. Cracked weather stripping, worn out door seals, or even a loose window channel can turn your car into a convection oven. Hot air seeps in, your AC fights non-stop, and you lose that icy blast you're paying for. So here's how to check. Crank your AC to max, then run your hand slowly around the door edges and window seams. If you feel warm air creeping in, then you've got a leak. You might even hear a faint hiss at highway speeds. That's your seal begging for retirement. What's the fix? A universal seal kit from any auto parts store. Costs around $10, installs in minutes, and suddenly your cabin holds cool air like a refrigerator door. No mechanic needed. Just a simple swap that makes your AC instantly colder and your drive way more comfortable. Hack number 9. Replace your cabin air filter and clear out leaves. We've pulled cabin filters out of cars that look more like compost bins than car parts, stuffed with leaves, caked on dirt, and yes, even the occasional fast food napkin. When that filter's clogged, your AC is basically trying to breathe through a pillow, which results in a weak, wheezy airflow that never cools you down. And it's not just a filter. Check those vents under the hood near the windshield. If they're jammed up with pine needles or road grit, you're choking off fresh air before it even reaches the system. The fix is laughably simple. Pop down your glove box, slide out the old filter, drop in a fresh one, and sweep out any debris sitting in the cowl. It only costs under $10, and the payoff? Instantly stronger airflow. Sometimes double without touching the expensive parts of your AC. Hack number 8. Insulate your AC lines. Here's a pro tip almost nobody talks about, and mechanics sure won't bring it up because it's too simple. Those aluminum refrigerant lines running under your hood, they bake in the summer heat. By the time the refrigerant makes its way to your vents, it's already lost efficiency just from sitting in that engine-based sauna. But here's the hack. Grab a $5 foam pipe wrap from any hardware store, slice it open, and slide it right over those exposed lines. It takes about 2 minutes. The foam keeps the refrigerant colder as it travels, so your AC doesn't waste precious cooling power before it ever reaches the cabin. It's one of those hacks that feels almost too easy, but the payoff is real colder air, less strain on the system, and a smarter way to beat the heat without touching a wrench. Hack number 7. Use recirculate mode the right way. Think of your AC's recirculation button as a hidden turbo switch. Most people ignore it, but if used right, it can transform how quickly your car cools down. Here's the thing. When you first get in on a blazing hot day, don't touch recirc yet. Crack the windows and let that oven-like air escape. Give it a minute for the system to push the worst of the heat out. Once the cabin starts to cool, then hit recirc. Now, instead of your AC constantly battling to cool down fresh hot air from outside, it's recycling air that's already chilled. The result is less work for your compressor, colder air out of the vents, and a noticeable boost in efficiency. It's not just comfort, it's strategy. Master this button and you'll feel like you upgraded your AC without spending a dime. Hack number 6. Start driving before turning the AC on. Here's a mistake almost everyone makes on a hot day. You hop in, crank the AC at idle, and wonder why it feels weak. The truth is, your AC isn't built to do its best work while the car's just sitting there. At idle, the compressor is spinning slower, and the condenser isn't getting much airflow. So the system is basically gasping for efficiency. Instead, play it smart. Roll down your windows, let that trapped heat escape, and wait until you're moving before you hit the AC. Once you're driving, the compressor spins faster, the condenser gets a rush of air, and suddenly, your system is running at full power. You'll cool down faster, save your compressor some strain, and avoid cooking in that dead air phase. Hack number 5. Heat reflective tint and sunshades. Your AC is only as good as the heat it has to fight. If your cabin feels like a furnace before you even start the car, you're making the system battle uphill. But here's the simple fix. Reflective tint and a cheap windshield shade. Together, they can drop interior temps by 20 to 30 degrees. That's the difference between your AC struggling just to catch up and your AC cruising at max efficiency. Park smart, block the sun, and you'll feel cold air faster without overworking the system. Hack number 4. Recharge with a parts store AC kit and check for leaks. Now, this hack is a lifesaver. If your AC feels cool but never truly cold, odds are it's not broken. It's just low on refrigerant. That's the lifeblood of your AC system. And when levels drop, performance takes a dive. The good news? You don't need a shop to diagnose it. A DIY recharge kit costs about $25 at most auto parts stores, and topping it off takes minutes. Want to go a step further? Get a kit with UV dye built in. Add it to the system, then shine a cheap black light around your lines and fittings. If there are any glowing green spots, that's your leak. It is the same method pros use before billing you hundreds for diagnostics. Cold air back in your cabin, money still in your pocket. Hack number 3. Clean the AC condenser. Your AC condenser sits right behind the grill, front and center, taking every hit from bugs, dirt, leaves, and road grime. Over time, all that gunk builds up and insulates the fins like a nasty sweater. And the result? Airflow drops, heat can't escape, and your AC starts blowing more meh than Arctic. And the fix is simple. Give it a bath. Yes, trust us. Pop the hood, grab a garden hose, and spray gently from the inside out to push the junk away. Or if you've got it, use compressed air. Don't go wild with pressure. Those fins bend easily. Once it's clean, the condenser can actually breathe again. And that can be the difference between lukewarm disappointment and frosty teeth-chattering blasts. Hack number 2. Park smart. Shade beats AC every time. Sometimes the best AC hack doesn't cost a dime. If you park in direct sunlight, your cabin can bake to 140 to 150 degrees Fahrenheit, basically an oven on wheels. No AC system, no matter how strong, can keep up with that heat load right away. That's why the first few minutes of driving always feel like a struggle. But here's the fix. Park at the shade when you can. Crack your windows an inch to vent the heat, or toss up a $5 sunshade to block those rays. Do that, and when you start your car, your AC won't be fighting a losing battle. It'll feel twice as cold, twice as fast. It's the easiest upgrade you'll ever make, and it costs absolutely nothing. Hack number 1. Flush the evaporator core, blower motor, and vent system. Now, this is our number 1 hack. If every time you flip on the AC, it smells like you stuffed dirty gym socks in your vents, well, here's the thing. Mold, mildew, and bacteria are living rent-free inside your system. The evaporator stays damp after use, and that moisture is the perfect breeding ground for all kinds of funk. Luckily, you don't need a shop to fix it. Just a $10 foam AC cleaner. This stuff expands inside the vents, coats the evaporator, breaks down the slime, and drains it right out under your car. Afterward, run the blower motor on high with the windows open to flush out the leftovers. Not only will your car smell fresher, but with the gunk gone, the air will flow stronger and colder. In other words, no more gym lockers on wheels. So there you have it. 10 dirt cheap AC hacks that'll save you a pile of cash at the mechanic. Just try 1 or 2 today and you'll notice the difference by tomorrow. So, which hack are you going to try first? Let us know in the comments. And if you want more easy fixes to keep your car running cool, check out our other guides. Thanks for watching, and as always, drive clean and drive safe.